Once upon a time, on a Halloween night, in a small village where a man named Uncle Al lived, a group of children were out trick-or-treating. They had been to Mrs. Brown's house and had received chewy orange and black jelly beans. From the home of the baker, some delicious cookies all covered with tiny jewel-like sugar that sparkled in the moonlight. Oh, they received lots of good things to eat and were having so much fun. In fact, they were running from house to house so fast that they had completely worn out Uncle Al, who, with Captain Windy, was escorting the children. Uncle Al was getting so tired that he could hardly keep up with the children.
Falling behind.
Falling behind? Captain Windy, where did they get all that energy? I think we skipped or hopped 100 miles.
Oh, it hasn't been that far. But come on now, there are loads of houses to trick-or-treat yet.
No, I'm too tired. No? I'm going to get a little rest. See that cornfield out there?
Yes.
Well, I'll meet you coming back.
Well, all right, but don't take too long now, because you're missing all the fun, you know. See you later.
Fun? Trick-or-treating is fun, all right, but boy, it's sure a lot of hard work. Hey, this is a nice little spot. A beautiful cornfield. I think I'll just lay me down here and catch me some winks of shut-eye, and I'll meet them on the way back. This is nice and comfy. Pretty night tonight, too. Hey, I think somebody is crying. I don't suppose you'd care to tell me why you're crying. Why not?
I'm too ashamed.
Oh, please stop, Mr. Scarecrow. You're going to get your straw all wet. Come on, tell me. You'll feel better.
Well, I just can't. I'm such a failure.
Mr. Scarecrow, if you'll tell me you'll feel better, and then... Oh, I don't want to see anybody sad on Halloween. Hi, pal.
Hi, Uncle Al. I've been out trick-or-treating. You ought to see the bones I got.
Wow.
Do they look delicious? I think I'll eat the chocolate-covered one right now. Boy, oh boy, Halloween sure is fun time, huh, Uncle Al? What did I say wrong?
Oh, it's not you, pal. Something or somebody has done something to the Scarecrow, and I was just finding out all about it when you came up.
Don't cry, Scarecrow. Here, try one of my bones. They're delicious.
No, thanks. I'm not hungry. In fact, I don't think I'll ever be hungry again.
Oh, bless his straw heart. If he doesn't stop crying, he's gonna get soggy.
Uh-huh. You're right, pal. Why don't you and I try to really find out what's wrong with him? Come on. Look, Mr. Scarecrow, just standing out here in the field crying your straw out isn't going to help anything. Why don't you tell Pal and I all about it? And I'm sure that we could do something.
Well, this is so embarrassing. You see, my job as a scarecrow is to frighten away the crows during the summer. But in the fall, when the corn's all in, I'm supposed to guard the pumpkins for Halloween. Boys and girls just have to have pumpkins for Halloween. Oh, I'm such a failure.
Yeah, I guess he doesn't like to be a pumpkin gardener.
No, it isn't that. Just look around you.
Well, I'm looking on, pal. I don't see anything.
Yeah, me neither.
That's just the point. Somebody has stolen all the pumpkins. They're gone. I'm such a failure. I might as well turn in my straw and rags and turn to some other line of work.
Mr. Scarecrow, what happened to him? Who stole him?
Yeah, just tell us who did it, and we'll track 'em down, sniff 'em out, tree 'em in no time. I'm a pretty good bloodhound when I don't have a cold in my nose.
I'm not sure who it was. I was just standing here, and I just closed my eyes. Well, I wasn't sleeping. I was just resting myself. Suddenly, I heard a funny cackling sound. And when I opened my eyes, there was smoke and mist everywhere. I couldn't see a thing. It was terrible. Oh, my poor pumpkins.
Then what happened, Scarecrow?
Then I could hear someone grabbing up all the pumpkins. I tried to see, but there was so much smoke and mist. And then I could hear another cackling sound. And when the smoke and mist had cleared, my pumpkins were all gone. Vanished. It was horrible.
Oh, you said you weren't sure who it was. But do you have some idea?
Yeah, come on, Scarecrow, give us a clue. I'll put this noble nose into action. I'll sniff him to the end of the world. A mutt always gets his mane.
I think it was the witch that lives in the enchanted forest.
Oops. I think I feel a cold in my nose coming on.
The witch? You mean the witch that comes out on Halloween and frightens all the boys and girls? And she took your pumpkins to the forest?
And now I'll be drummed out of the Scarecrow service for cowardice in the cornfield of duty.
Now, don't cry, Mr. Scarecrow. We'll get your pumpkins back, or my name's not Uncle Al, and he's not Pal the dog.
Just call me Spike.
Look, I'll go get Captain Windy, and the three of us will go to the enchanted forest. And then we'll find the witch, and we'll get your pumpkins back for Halloween.
You sure you and Captain Windy wouldn't like to go without me? After all, Uncle Al, two's company and three's a crowd.
Pal.
I just didn't want to be one of those dogs that didn't know when he wasn't wanted.
All right, look, you run ahead now, and I'll find Captain Windy, and I'll meet you at the entrance to the enchanted forest. And don't worry, Mr. Scarecrow. We'll get your pumpkins back, and we'll have a happy Halloween for you yet.
Oh, thank you, Uncle Al. I hope you can, but be careful. The witch is full of tricks, and she'll be awfully mad if someone tries to get back the pumpkins. I hear she's kind of a sore loser.
Oh, a sore loser. I was afraid of that.
Uncle Al could hardly blame Pal the dog for being nervous about going into the enchanted forest, especially to find the witch. The forest was one of those mysterious places where strange things happen, and all the children of the village had grown up with the warning from their mothers and fathers that they were not allowed to even go near the woods. Of course, some of the boys, on a dare and trying to act brave, had gone up to the edge of the forest. But everyone knew that it was just plain silly to go past the signs that said, "Keep out." But Uncle Al had promised the Scarecrow that he would try to get back the pumpkins. But he couldn't help being a little frightened as he waited for Pal the dog to arrive with Captain Windy.
Boy, come on, Uncle Al, don't be frightened. Oh, here's the entrance. The entrance to the enchanted forest. Sure, it's misty and dark inside. Captain Windy and Pal said they'd be here any minute. Oh, boy. We'd rather be someplace else. Not here. Where are they? It's not that I'm frightened or anything like that. It's just that I'm scared. Pal, where's Captain Windy?
Oh, I'm completely out of breath. You know, we must have run nearly all the way. I can't understand why that witch would do such an awful thing.
Can't either, Captain Windy, but we're going to find her and we'll get all those pumpkins back.
Oh, is it dark in there? Yeah, look at that. Keep out. Beware of witch. Okay, I guess we'll just have to go back. I have a terrible cold in my nose, so I won't be of any help to you, Uncle Al.
Oh, pal, get
what?
back over here, pal.
What?
Let me touch your nose. This is I thought. There's nothing wrong with you. You don't have a cold. You're just scared.
Well, I'm not too excited about going in there myself. What if we get lost?
Lost? Lost? Ha! I don't know what you're so worried about, lost. Good heavens, Captain Woody, don't you know that I'm probably one of the greatest guides in the world? And an adventurer, too. Why, people bring their children from miles around. And they say, look at that man, Sonny. There's Uncle Al, the greatest guide of them all. He never gets lost. Why,
If you've been walking through the woods and completely lost your way, in fact, you are so totally lost it could be night or day. Or maybe you've climbed this tall, high hill and quite upset you found that instead of going down, you've been going round and round. Or maybe in a lake or spring you've paddled your canoe. And when it comes to going home, you knew not what to do. If these are problems you have met, and they've made you kind of feared, if only me a guide you'd had, they'd quickly disappear. Even if you're smack in the middle of the desert, even if you're clinging to a hill by its side, doesn't cause a problem, nothing will it really hurt, not as long as I'm your guide.
I see. You mean, even if I'm lost high up in a mountaintop, can't find my way and there's nothing I can ride. If you were around, then fretting I could ever stop, just as long as you're my guide.
Exactly.
Say, even if I'm plop in the middle of a rabbit patch, got so confused from searching high and wide, if you were along my bearings I could quickly catch, just as long as you're my guide.
Precisely, you see. There's something I should tell you, and it happened in a funny way. When I was but a little boy, my father used to say, on the north of trees, moss grows, you see, and this can guide you home. And when the sun is down at night, the stars can help you roam. Remember that the great big sun comes rising from the east, and west it heads and goes to bed just when you need it least. And ducks in winter, they fly south and north again in spring. To know these signs, you'll ne'er get lost, and in the woods you're king. 'Cause even if you're smack in the middle of the desert, even if you're clinging to a hill by its side, doesn't cause a problem, nothing will it really hurt, not as long as I'm your guide.
Not as long as he's our guide. Not as long as Al's our guide.
Ah, now I have it.
What do you have?
I have the answer to where we are. We are lost. That's where we are.
Even if you're smack in the middle of a desert.
Hal, that's not very funny.
Oh,
So now what do we do?
Now, don't panic. Don't get excited. Don't flip.
don't ever hire Uncle Al as a guide.
Hal, that's not very fair. After all, I've never been to the Enchanted Forest before.
Well, I haven't either. And the way we're going, we're not going to get out of it either.
Yeah, do something, Uncle Al. After all, a dog is man's best friend. You're not going to let a friend down, are you?
Wait a minute, pal.
Yeah?
You're a dog, right?
Mm-hmm.
And dogs are supposed to have a keen sense of smell.
Yeah?
And dogs have an unerring sense of direction.
Uh-huh.
And dogs are able to find their way home, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, pal boy. Go find the way.
Well, I do have one method that I follow whenever I get lost. I guess we'd better try it.
Go to it, pal, old dog. Go to it.
Okay. Stand back, everybody.
Yep.
This is pretty scientific, and I have to concentrate. Let me see.
Pal, stop. What are you doing?
Well, I'm going to throw this stick up in the air, and whichever way it points when it lands, that's the way I go.
Oh, for goodness sake, pal. That's not going to help us at all. You're just going to get us more lost than we already are.
If that's possible.
The trouble with this world, people just can't accept things they don't understand.
Ouch!
Who said that?
Who's that? Who said that?
I did.
I did what?
I said who said that.
You did? What for?
Oh, this is ridiculous. Where are you? Show yourself.
Are you friendly or unfriendly?
Why, we're friendly, aren't we friendly?
Oh, we're very friendly.
Yeah, we're the friendliest people and dog you ever met.
Hi, I'm Ralph.
Why, it's a little rabbit.
Yeah, Ralph Rabbit. What's your name?
We're glad to meet you, Ralph. My name's Uncle Al. There's Captain Windy and Pal the dog. And we're also lost. I wonder if you can help us.
You're lost? Did you hear that, fellas? They're lost.
Well, I know that seems pretty funny to you, but this is a pretty big forest. Just how long does it take to go through it anyway?
You mean from one side to the other?
Yes.
He wants to know how long it takes.
Yes, I think that was his question. Shall we have a meeting?
Yes, let's.
Now listen, if there's one spot to there, then it would need 2 hours. Yeah, if one down there, and there. Yeah, one side back to there. Yes. We have come to a definite answer.
Yes?
It takes you twice as long to get through the forest as it does to get from one side to the middle.
Bravo. Excellent.
Thank you.
That's a big help. But we really do need some help.
Of course, if you'll allow me to make a suggestion, I wouldn't go straight through the forest.
Why not?
Because you would undoubtedly run into a lot of trees. The best thing to do would be kind of zigzag around them.
I always hop around them. I find it very effective.
Frankly, I prefer the zigzag method.
I just go under them if there's a small hole. Why don't you look for small holes, Uncle Al? Then you could do like I do.
No, people can't crawl through mouse holes. He'll have to hop like I do.
Or zigzag like I do.
If he were a bird, he could fly over them.
Well, he could, but what about Pal and Captain Windy?
That does present a problem.
I don't suppose you have ever given any thought to becoming birds, have you?
Well, not really.
I thought about becoming a bird dog once.
You did. Why didn't you ever do it?
I don't like worms, and sitting up in a tree kind of makes me dizzy.
Too bad. Well, that rules that out.
Wait a minute! This is ridiculous. We'll just walk around the trees the way people do.
Ha, people, yes, but what about him?
Well, he can follow behind like he always does.
Have you ever thought, Pal, that maybe you ought to be a leader at times instead of a follower?
Maybe he has a follower's complex.
I like to follow.
Did you hear that? He likes to follow. Definitely the symptoms of a follower's complex.
I would say in the advanced stages.
Is that serious?
Serious? Did you hear that he wants to know if it's serious?
Maybe we ought to have another conference.
I think we should.
No, I think it might be serious, but it might not be.
Do you think there's any hope?
We have the solution.
Uh-huh.
Are you prepared to hear the answer?
I'm strong enough. Is it serious?
Not really.
Oh, thank you, Doctor. Thank you. I feel like a new dog.
You're welcome. But why do you feel like a new dog?
Anyone can see you're not a new dog.
Maybe he's got a new dog complex.
Cut that out! Cut it out! What do you mean a new dog complex? He's just lost like we are. Come on, if you want to give us some help, give us some directions.
Yes, you see, we're trying to find the witch.
The witch?
The witch?
The witch?
Yes, the witch.
My gracious, I didn't realize it had grown so late. So long, Uncle Al.
Yes, so long, Uncle Al.
Boy, they sure left in a hurry when we mentioned that witch, Captain Windy.
Yeah, I don't blame him. It frightens me, too.
Yes, but now what are we going to do? You know, we promised Mr. Scarecrow that we'd help. And we're so miserably lost we can't even help ourselves.
I know, Captain G. We'll just have to do the best we can. You know, when that witch took those pumpkins, that was just terrible. The boys and girls won't even have any pumpkins for Halloween.
No.
But look at the Scarecrow with his broken heart.
Oh, I know. It's just terrible. I wish the little animals had stayed to help us. We've just got to find that witch. Somebody's got to stop her and right this bad thing that she's done.
I guess they just didn't care to help.
I care. I care enough to help. I'm sorry we all ran away. You're trying to help a friend, and the least a mouse can do is help you help him.
Aw, Mouse, what can you do? You're so little.
Just wait a minute. My mother used to tell me, no matter how small you are, the right thing to do should be your guiding star.
Your mother, absolutely right.
Don't care how small you are, what is your guiding star? It's the right thing to do, it's the way for you. When your mom says to do something you don't want to do, you should just give a smile, do it right away. See that star in the sky, twinkling way up there so high. Don't let it pass you by, it's your guiding star. Now there are times, I'll guess, that you will make a mess. Don't want to clean it up, do it anyway. And there'll be those who will want you to not be still and be a clown in school. Just tell them no. Wait there, how small you are. What is your guiding star? It's the right thing to do. It's the way for you. When our mom says to do something we don't want to do, we should just give a smile, do it right away. And there'll be those who will want us to not be still and be a clown in school. We'll tell them no. See that star in the sky, twinkling way up there so high. Don't let it pass you by, it's our guiding star. Way up so very high, shining brightly in the sky, to tell you what to do is your guiding star. To tell you what to do is your guiding star.
I'll do the right thing. I'll tell you how to find the witch.
Yes, we'll tell you. It's the right thing to do. Definitely.
Tell us where we can find her.
The witch lives in a haunted house, deep in the forest.
Deep in the forest?
In a haunted house?
Did he say haunted?
Just on the other side of those trees is a path. Just follow it until you get to the haunted house. You can't miss it.
He did. He did say haunted house. Uncle Al, you think it would be kind of a keen idea if I stayed here with our little friends, you know, so I could protect them and all? You won't need me to find a haunted house, will you?
You go ahead with your friends. We can take care of ourselves.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
Well, bye, Mr. Turtle. It was nice meeting you. And Little Mouse, you're quite a nice little fellow. And Chipmunk. Say, don't run too fast now. And goodbye, Ralph Rabbit. You're quite a guy. So long, fellas.
And there'll be a lot of boys and girls that want to thank you, too.
And a scarecrow.
Say, I hope you don't get in any trouble for telling us where the witch lives.
Oh, no, but we'll miss you. We don't get to talk to many people.
In fact, we don't get to talk to any people. They're afraid to come into the enchanted forest.
Please come back and visit us again.
That is, if you can find the way.
What do you mean if I can find the way? Why, don't you know that
You're
I'm...
the greatest guide in the world. Yes, I know.
Yeah, but somehow I'm beginning to doubt it.
Well, goodbye, little friend.
So
We're
long.
so glad to see you. You must come and visit us sometime. And don't forget about your guiding star.
We won't.
Hey, Elf. We're gonna miss you, all right. We'll see you. Bye-bye. So long.
How much farther, Uncle Al?
I don't know, Captain Woody. We should be getting there any time now. We must have been on this path for hours.
I'm not in any hurry to get there.
Well, you better keep up, pal, or you get left behind and you'll be all alone.
All alone? Oh, ho, ho. Whoa, ho. Oh.
Come on, gang. Stay close. This is a pretty scary forest. Wait! What's this?
What?
What is it, Uncle Al?
Look, there's a fork in the road. Which one do we take?
Neither one. Let's go back.
Oh, don't be afraid, dog.
That's Cat.
Well, he's a dog.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. The left fork or the right?
Well, I don't know.
Me neither.
No, this is a fine fix. Is the left fork the right road? Or is the right fork the right road?
Say there, why don't you let me choose one, and then we'll go the other way. I always pick up the wrong fork when I'm eating.
Oh, pal, we're not eating now. We're trying to find the witch's haunted house.
Please don't remind me.
Oh.
Could I be of any service to you?
Who are you?
Why, it's a weasel.
Wesley Wilhelm Weasel, to be correct. And if I may be so bold as to ask, who are you?
Well, I'm Uncle Al, and this is Captain Windy, and that's Pal the dog.
Hello.
Hi there, Mr. Weasel.
Why, you seem to be in a dilemma. A fork in the path, and only one way is right. The question is, which one, correct?
Correct.
Now, of course, the real question is, where do you wish to end up?
Well, we'd like to end up at the witch's house. Do you know the way?
Do I know the way? Does a fat duck quack? Does a green frog croak? Does a wise owl hoot in the middle of the night?
Could I have that last question again?
Smart dog you have there, Uncle Al. Sharp like a bowl of oatmeal. Of course I know the way. But first, why do you want to see the witch?
Well, we have to find her. She has all the Halloween pumpkins that the Scarecrow is guarding. And we've got to get them back.
Aha! And what makes you think she'll give them back?
Well, she just has to. Why, the girls and boys would be so disappointed in the Scarecrow. Why, he was so ashamed. He'll probably stop being a Scarecrow.
Oh, isn't that a shame? Well, for such a noble cause, I might be persuaded to tell you which fork to take, for a price.
For a price?
Say, like, do you have anything to eat?
No, I don't have anything on me.
Well, I don't either.
What about him?
Me?
Come on, pal. It's for a good cause.
Oh, Uncle Al, they're chocolate covered.
Oh, come on, pal. Give me the bone.
All right.
There you are, Weasel.
Delicious! Delicious! The right road for you is the left fork. Have fun!
Hear that, gang? The right road for us is the left fork. Come on.
I just don't trust that weasel.
They were the best chocolate-covered bones a dog ever had.
Uh-oh. It looks like Wesley Wilhelm Weasel wasn't to be trusted after all. He has sent Uncle Al, Captain Windy, and Pal the dog in the wrong direction. Toward the dangerous game traps.
Way. The path has ended and the brush is so thick I can't even see where I'm going. Let's go back and take the other fork.
Captain Windy, any second we'll be out of this underbrush and there'll be the haunted house. Just you wait and see.
I don't know. I just don't think that Wesley W. Weasel told us the right way. He just didn't look honest.
You can say that again. Any weasel who'd take a dog's last chocolate-covered bone is not to be trusted.
You're right, pal.
Oh, come on. This is the way the weasel told us to go, and just because we ran into some underbrush and the path has ended, I'm convinced this is the right way. Just follow me, I'll get you there.
Oh, pal, what are we going to do? I'm sure this is the wrong path, but Uncle Al isn't. We should go back and take the other fork. What are we going to do to convince him? Huh.
Help!
What's the matter? What's the matter? Uncle Al, what's wrong? Uncle, here we come. Come on, pal. Uncle Al, Uncle Al. What are you doing? What are you doing up in that tree? Get down here this minute. Uncle Al, say something.
I'm convinced. I'm convinced. I'm convinced.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
After Captain Windy and Pal help Uncle Al free himself, they returned to the fork in the road, and this time without the help of the weasel, took the right road and soon arrived at the witch's haunted house. Captain Windy and Pal the dog were frightened. Of course, Uncle Al pretended that he wasn't, but he would have been had he seen what was waiting inside for them.
I just love this haunted house. It's so cozy. Look at all those cobwebs, the dust, the broken down furniture, and the eerie light. What more could you ask for? Makes me feel good all over, and the perfect place to spend Halloween night. If only someone would come and visit once in a while so I could scare them. Ghost just has to have somebody to scare, otherwise it's no fun being a ghost. Company! Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy! Just wait until I can hide someplace.
Oh.
Anybody home? Mrs. Witch? Yoo-hoo! Nobody seems to be home.
Yeah, okay, let's go then.
Oh, pal, stay here. Maybe she just didn't answer. Why don't you go inside and see if there's anybody there?
That's a good idea, Captain Windy. You stay here,
All right.
and Pal and I, we'll go inside and look around.
I've got a better idea.
What's that?
Why don't I stay here and you and Captain Windy go look around?
Pal.
Oh, all right, I'm coming. Didn't you ever hear that people were supposed to be kind to animals?
Did you ever hear that dogs are supposed to be brave?
Yeah, but I wish I hadn't.
Oh, really, pal? Go in there with Uncle Al now. Go on.
Oh. Okay. Oh.
There's nobody home.
You're right. Let's go.
Pal, look.
What? What?
It's a vine. It's a pumpkin vine. We're on the right track. Ooh. 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 Ooh.
you ashamed scaring people? Don't you know it's impolite and extremely ill-mannered to scare people just because you know how? And look at that sheet. Why, it's filthy. Don't you ever clean up? Why, I bet you're dirty behind the ears, too. Now just stop that jingling around making all those silly noises.
But I'm a ghost, and we're supposed to scare people.
I don't care. It's not correct to be rude, and you're dirty and filthy. Now you just apologize to Uncle Al and Pal.
Oh, do I have to?
Yes, right now.
I'm sorry I scared you.
Yeah, he's sorry.
Boy, Captain Wendy, did you straighten him out? Hey, Mr. Ghost, look, we came here to find the witch. Now, where is she?
She's not here. She left with a whole bunch of pumpkins.
Left? Where'd she go?
The weasel told her that you were looking for her, and she gathered a bowl of pumpkins and took off.
Well, if you don't mind, we'll just look around. We don't want to be fooled again.
You're right, Captain Wendy. I'll tell you, Mr. Ghost, we're just going to look around here at our leisure, and we'll make sure that old witch isn't here.
Suit yourself. I think I'll just go up to my room.
All right, you do that now. But don't forget to wash behind your ears.
Women take all the fun out of things.
Oh, boy. Look, pal, you go over and check that closet over there behind that door, okay? And I'll look at the fireplace here. Captain Wendy.
Yes?
Here's a nice, comfortable chair. Well, you walked pretty far today. Why don't you sit down and rest?
I think I will. I'm rather tired. That was a long walk in the forest today.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't see anything in here, Uncle Al.
Nothing in this fireplace here either. Oh. Captain Wendy, let's go look at another room. Captain Wendy? Captain Wendy? Captain Wendy? Oh, where are you? Pal, Captain Wendy's gone.
She was here just a minute ago.
Pal, run out and look on the floor. She's probably out there.
Okay,
Captain Wendy.
all right.
Oh, she was just standing here a minute ago. I don't understand this. Crazy place. And then she came over and she sat down here like this. I was standing over there, and all of a sudden, poof!
Nope, Uncle Al, she's not out there. I wonder where she could have gone to, Uncle Al. Uncle Al, where are you? Captain Wendy, Uncle Al, don't leave me here all alone. Help! Come back! Help! Help! Oh!
Poor Pal, left alone in the haunted house. And what happened to Uncle Al and Captain Wendy? They just disappeared. What's going to happen to them now? What Uncle Al, Captain Wendy, and Pal didn't know was that the witch, having been warned by that rascal the weasel, fled to her private cave with all the pumpkins she had stolen from the scarecrow. It was the witch who made Uncle Al and Wendy disappear, and now she has them locked in a cage while she's brewing up trouble.
So, you thought you could catch the witch, did you? Well, it looks like the witch did the catching. Uncle Al and Captain Wendy, always sticking your clean noses into my affairs. I'll teach you to meddle around with the witch on Halloween night. Here, my sweet, lovable little pair, have a taste.
Take that away. It's terrible.
Oh, you don't like it? Isn't that too bad? I brewed it especially for you, and you hurt the old witch's feelings. Oh, and it's probably my best potion yet. You see, Uncle Al, I not only steal pumpkins from boys and girls on Halloween night, I also brew up some of the finest magical potions ever concocted. Why, I'm sort of the Betty Crocker of the witches set, you might say. Yes, sirree. Spells, potions, and brews are my specialty. Spells, potions, and brews, will give you an instant snooze. And when you're awake, will undoubtedly make you a frog or a worm or a crow or a cat or a mouse or a snail or a big furry rat.
A big furry rat?
Who's under the spell of my potions and brews.
Under the spell of her potions and brews.
I love potions and brews. I mix whatever I choose. I use cobwebs and gnats or contemptible bats with some bark or a lark or a tail of a snail or an eye of a fly. I've got nothing to lose.
She's got nothing to lose.
When under the spell of my potions and brews.
Under the spell of her magical brews. Spells, potions, and brews will give us an instant snooze. And when we awake, she'll undoubtedly make us a frog or a worm or a crow or a cat or a mouse or a snail or a big furry rat or an owl or a fowl or a bird or a hog.
Or a mule or a skunk or a bear in a bog.
Or a lamb or a sheep or a goat or a dog.
Or a horse or a cow or a toad on a log.
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 A toad on a log. When under the spell of my potions and brews. Under the spell of my magical brews. And now, you're probably wondering what I'm going to do with this evil-looking juice.
It did cross my mind.
It did it? Well, Uncle Al, this magic potion is going to turn you and Captain Windy into toads. Toads! Isn't that wonderful? Oh, I can hardly wait.
Did she say toads? Frog-type toads?
What's the matter, girlie? You'd rather be a lizard or an ugly duckling or something?
I'd just as well not change at all if you don't mind.
Oh, but I do mind. I've been working over this hot kettle all day, and I think you ought to be a good enough sport to at least try a little sip.
Oh, Uncle Al, do something.
Right, Captain Windy. But, like what?
Oh, well, now, let's see. Everything seems about right, except for my magic potion to work properly, I need a touch more of powdered bat wings. That will do it. I think I have some in the back of the cave. Don't go away now. I'll be right back with a nice big hot cup of witch's brew.
Don't hurry. Well, Captain Windy, looks as if now we're going to be Uncle Toad and Captain Frog.
I don't think that's the least bit funny. The terrible thing is we'll never get the pumpkins back for Halloween.
Captain Windy, look! Pal! Pal, come on over here. Al the dog!
Shh! I've come to get you free.
How did you ever find us, pal?
The ghost told me. I twisted his sheet until he did. I'll just unlock the cage door and we can run for it.
Oh, good. Hurry, pal.
Hurry, pal! Hurry! Get the key!
I'm hurrying. Whoops! I dropped it.
Hurry.
Where is it? I can't find it.
I think I hear the witch coming back.
Yeah, I've got it.
Oh, hurry, pal. You've got it upside down. Turn it over.
There, I've got the lock off,
Hurry, pal.
but the door is stuck.
Oh, hurry,
Ah!
pal.
What's this? Trying to escape? You mangy mutt! Get away from that cage! Get away! Oh, yeah. Ah!
Oh, Uncle Al, you've got to help me get the witch out of the pot. Oh, my. Oh, Uncle Al, look. The witch has turned herself into a frog.
Uncle Al, Captain Wendy, Pal,
Scarecrow.
you got the pumpkins back.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so happy. Now everything's going to be okay. How did you do it? Did you have any trouble?
Oh, never mind that, Mr. Scarecrow. The important thing is that we got the pumpkins back, and everybody will be happy. Not quite everybody.
Who's that?
The witch, or it was. She fell into a kettle of this stuff, and it turned her into a frog.
Pal! What are you doing with that witch's brew? That's terribly powerful. Pal, give it to me. Pal! Pal! Oh, Pal! Oh, Pal, now I'll turn into a frog. Oh,
Uncle Al! Uncle Al! Uncle Al! Oh, Uncle Al! Uncle Al! Uncle Al! Uncle Al! Wake up! Wake up, Uncle Al! You've been sleeping.
Oh, Captain Wendy. What a dream.
Oh, really?
Oh, Captain Wendy and Pal. Oh, I see you have your chocolate-covered bones back from the weasel.
Uh-huh.
Oh, let me tell you, that was part of the dream, too. The witch came, and she collected all the pumpkins. And do you know what she did?
What?
She took them to the woods, and then you know what she was going to do? She was going to turn you and I into frogs, Captain Wendy. And you know what happened?
What happened?
She turned herself into a frog.
Oh, really, Uncle Al? You were more tired than I thought you were. Come on now. The children are all waiting for us. Let's go. Come on, pal. Let's go.
Oh, boy. What a dream. Mr. Scarecrow, that was some kind of a dream. Hey, kids! Wait for me!